So there's this Pew poll. I like going over polls. I know that you guys are probably sick of it from so many years, but another interesting area of results that we have is in terms of who we see as being too extreme. And so the public says that Republicans are too extreme. 52% of the public says that, whereas you flip it around and 56% of the public says that Democrats are not too extreme. I would like those numbers to be a bit farther apart, but that's what we've got. And in terms of willingness to change, 56% of the public says that Republicans are not open to change. Again, you flip that, 58% say that Democrats are open to change. I mean, each person has to define what that actually means for themselves, but I think that it's better than nothing.
Do you think some of the people who are saying that when they'll say Democrats are open to change, but they don't like that?
Yeah, it could be like, oh yeah, they're weak as hell. They're open to change.
Yeah, like they're open to change. But we don't want that change, so therefore I'm against people that are open to change. I mean, it's what they believe where the parties fall, but it doesn't mean they necessarily support that. That stance.
I'm still a registered Republican.
Oh yeah?
I don't know if you guys know that, but I haven't voted Republican in, I don't know, decades. And what does it mean to be a Republican these days? It's crazy. I mean, the reason why I thought I was a Republican is that I thought being a Republican meant, personal responsibility and, fiscal responsibility and, strong defense. And, a strong defense I don't care about as much anymore. I mean, I feel like our defense is so strong that we're impervious. But the Republican Party today is not fiscally responsible. They're not personally responsible. I mean, they are the ones who run up deficits like crazy.
I do want to say, especially coming off of the Bill O'Reilly quotes and how frustrating it is to listen to, I'm going to refer back to something that I said right after the election. Right after Obama won, you had O'Reilly for the most part and Limbaugh too. They started up the whole Santa Claus thing and the handouts.
The gifts.
And I said at that time that I was very worried about that sort of talk because it sounded only a couple steps away from calling, your opponents cockroaches. Like that, they're just trying to take stuff. They're just parasites. And that's dangerous for countries. Now, I think that it hasn't really gotten much worse, at least. Like O'Reilly's like sticking with it, but he's got, his average viewer is like 75 years old. So I'm not as worried, but as we get closer to an election, if they're still talking about it and if Paul Ryan's still dropping his takers and makers all the time, I would watch out about that because they can keep calling themselves Christians, but that's some leading to violence sort of talk. Those are fighting words, I think.
Do you think they realize that though? In some cases, they're not.
I don't think they want violence, but I do think that they want anger. They want their viewers to respond emotionally and to feel like there are parasites that are feeding off of them.
Which is why when you do get the violence that breaks out from whichever side, which they feel that they're getting reported on more. So okay, we're gonna go back to Christopher Dorner. Oh, he had a manifesto that led up with some liberal thoughts.
Yeah,
that's the guy. Because then all they're upset about is the fact that the vast majority of these people who randomly kill people in the name of some belief is based on people that are reading their books that we found in their house, or they're just randomly just gun-toting people who want to say they were coming after me. I had to finally flip and do something about it because Thomas Jefferson gave me that. Am I right? So since they're always getting those guys, they want to make sure that there's some kind of even field because they hate the portrayal of what they're pushing. They're pushing and not realizing that people are going to do that. So when they do, they're like, well, we can't change our direction. We can't change our message because that's what gets us the few people who follow us. Yeah. They have nowhere to go. They have to actually do things like what Wayne LaPierre did after Newtown. You have to say, well, we got to go push forward, and you sound crazy. You can't go back anymore. You've gone too far.